Sim, our referee. Had some fireworks already early and often. Here from the home bar in Arlington Heights, Matt Lucasio calling action along with my man Mike Finch. And we are underway between Hasser and Macrea.
Great
this.
level change on the takedown here.
Oh, took him for a ride and the crowd goes nuts.
Marcus Macrea did a great job changing levels on that shot. Phenomenal job getting a hold of the hips and the body of his opponent, Jerry Hasser, lifting him up and slamming him to the mat. What a fantastic way to start this contest. He's trying to snap down this head right here. He's got that front headlock. Lets it go for a big right hand.
Yeah, I see pro fighter Matt Paul in one of their corners, so I think that had a lot to do with it. That was not looking like a slam from somebody making their debut, Mike. That was beautiful.
That's true. Clearly some wrestling experience.
Yeah. Macrea didn't think much of that kick from Hasser, shook it off.
Hasser did a great job timing it, though. There was an opening upstairs. Had that kick been 6 inches higher and twice as hard, that might be a body on the mat.
Now a side kick.
He's seeing an opening there. Hasser did a great job locating that opening. He just needs to get his body to pull the trigger.
That one connected. 45 left in round one. 2-minute rounds, 3 2-minute rounds for these combatants. If they win their fight tonight, they come back and fight in November. And then belts are awarded in December. So a very interesting tournament here. XFO Rise of the Gladiators 2 in collaboration with UFC Gym.
I see a lot of skills from Hasser, but it did seem like he's having trouble keeping distance and finding his range in this fight. I'm seeing a lot of good techniques. He's very smart. He really knows what he's doing. We're saying a cup shot. I didn't see it. I did not see that cup shot. I agree with the referee.
Mike Sim saw it either. Remember, if it's right on the belt, that is not a cup shot. Still very painful.
Yeah, that's
that is not considered a groin strike.
I didn't see it again either. He's really trying to milk that cup shot.
Well, he wouldn't be the first one to ever do that. We've seen guys take him right on the belt and be like, hey.
Josh Koscheck.
We'll say, hey, that's a low blow. And now he's yelling at Mike Sim that that's twice, but we are not sure about that. Mike Sim certainly did see it. So we will go to round two after a rowdy round one and that huge slam by Macrea. Fun first round between Macrea and Hasser. And that's actually Matt Paulett is in Hasser's corner. We've seen Matt here in the fight for the XFO and MMA as well as grappling. And we will be back with Rise of the Gladiator. The next round of the tournament in November will also be in Rockford for Rocktown Showdown 31. Jose Leon defending his title against Jamie Howard. That's November 25th. A great way to cap off your Thanksgiving weekend. Watch some fist fights in Rockford with us. You love it, you know you do.
That's got to be how you spend your Saturday. Can't do it any other way.
That's how we'll be spending our Saturday. So round two now between Hasser and Macrea. Once again, Macrea, yellow and black trunks.
No space. Macrea is just walking Hasser down, going right forward and just attacking with this wrestling. Very physically strong is Macrea. Really low on his hips, and that's odd how low he is because he only has one underhook. The right arm is something where he needs to drop and grab the hips of his opponent. This is odd how he's trying to scoop in between his legs up like this, unless you're like Rampage and you could scoop people up.
Yeah,
he did that to Ryan Bader. He did that to Ryan Bader. He spiked Ryan Bader on his head from that position, but it takes a very explosive individual to lift somebody up, especially as talented as Jerry Hasser.
Yeah, Hasser still fired away with those kicks. Sort of empty, no jabs in front of him or anything.
Accurate jab there. Landed that accurate jab as you said that, but his jab has been getting walked down all night. He needs to be able to create some sort of distance, some sort of range, and get Macrea to respect it, because Macrea has no respect right now for the distance, for the range. He's coming right forward like a train and getting a hold of Hasser, and that's why he's been doing well in these exchanges.
So this is the interesting part about trying to score a fight. More strikes landed by Macrea. And again, I didn't think that one was low. Did you see it as low?
You know what? My eyes were just moving at that point. I didn't see if it was low or not. I'm going to trust the referee that time. It did seem like Hasser reacted also.
Yeah.
And that's something that makes me feel like maybe he caught some cut that time. which also makes me question if the first round happened at all, because look, Hasser, when he knew he hit him, stopped. That first round, he didn't stop. I really feel like in that first round, he didn't catch, and we are getting a point deduction.
That
very
Mike
big
Sim
deal.
is taking a point away from
That's
Jerry
a
Hasser.
very big deal. And Hasser stopped there. I'm not sure why he's taking the point, because Hasser stopped. He did not follow up.
Wow.
It didn't seem intentional to me.
And going back quickly to my point before this was that Hasser was clearly landing the better strikes, but Macrea had pressure on him up against the cage and was holding him there for a while. So the judges will have to take both of those things into account. Of course, significant striking would be at the top of the list at what they look for, along with effective grappling. But you consider someone holding them up against the cage without throwing a lot of strikes to be effective grappling.
Well, it's certainly cage control,
right,
and you're controlling the situation. He's clearly not at his advantage when he's at a distance, so he is controlling the fight, imposing his will on his opponent. And I think more valuable than anything was that big slam that he got early, and the strikes that he's been able to land on the fence. Very dynamic stuff here from Hasser. But if he lost this round, that's going to be 10-8. If he wins, it's going to be an even round. So who knows what's going to happen with this fight.
Yes, we will go to round 3 for the first time tonight between Macrea and Hasser. Make sure you're following the XFO on Twitter at XFO MMA. That's the same on Instagram and Facebook. Action-packed end of the year for us. A good year, 2017. We got a lot in store coming up in these last 3 months. Yeah, bad enough that, you know, you're making your debut, you're battling nerves, and then you take several cup shots.
Yeah.
It doesn't really help the situation
at least
at
one.
all. Yeah, at least one. Yeah.
I need the instant replay. We need to hit Chuck up about that.
We're going to bother Chuck. All right, cage doors locked. Round 3 between Macrea and Hasser. And Mike Sim gets him started here from the home bar in Arlington Heights. Shoots right on a single that Hasser doesn't seem to be too concerned about.
Hasser still landing
now
shots.
He scooped him up and put him on his back. And that's a nice statement to make in the beginning of round 3, Mike.
Hasser fishing for this armbar. Beautiful job getting his hips around. He's attacking this arm. He's going to lose it here because it's not very tight. He was able to clear that elbow for a moment here. He might be, nope, he was able to get his elbow just clear on top. But still in a sticky situation here. There's triangles and arm bars all over the place.
And right now he's trying to mobilize the right arm of Macrea, and he's trying to
setting up a triangle here.
Yeah, latch onto that triangle in the correct position.
You see when he pushes that bicep down, what he's going to look to do is get his left foot over the top of that arm. In order to capture a triangle, he needs to capture the head and one arm. So he needs to isolate that head and arm, get the other arm out of the picture, and he can put him unconscious just with choking him with his legs. Fishing for an armbar again. He needs to roll through with this armbar, go belly down like Fedor did in Pride. He's not going to extend there.
Macrea defending and landing some hammer strikes at the same time. And that's a big, big punch. That almost looked like an elbow or a forearm shiver.
That's for sure. Sim with no warning on that one.
30 seconds left coming up here in round 3 between Hasser and Macrea. Now full guard for Hasser.
Here he goes for the triangle. He's fishing up for it. He needs to control the posture. He needs to keep his head controlled. He needs to get that leg all the way locked through. This is deep.
Now this looks like it could be problematic for Macrea.
There's an arm bar here as well that he's looking for. He needs to clear that arm across now. He has one artery set. He needs to clear that arm, lock this up. He needs to get that left arm across his body. He's short on time. He just did it. If he pulls down on the head and squeezes his legs, this could be it. Oh my goodness.
That was a good slam, but he kept the triangle in place. That was a fun fight.
I want 5 rounds, Matt.
You know,
I need 5 rounds out of that one.
Yeah, you know, why not?
I need 5 rounds out of that one.
Let's make a call. Exciting bout between Marcus Macrea and Jerry Hasser. And I'll tell you what, Hasser would have liked maybe not another round or 2, But another 30 seconds for him to cinch up that triangle.
Yes, or 5. I mean, I don't know.
Right, right.
There was really a step missing there because he was trying to go for punches. He really needed to just pull down on the head and squeeze his legs. Had he done that initially, he might have taken that fight. There was just, he hesitated on the triangle a little bit, wasn't able to finish it. Really showed a lot of skills, though. Let's make no mistake about it. Jerry Hasser, very, very skilled in his striking, very skilled off his back with jiu-jitsu. And he was just having to deal with wrestling, and not only that, but having to deal with it in 2-minute rounds.
Right.
I feel like those short rounds did favor Macrea.
Ladies and gentlemen, having gone the distance, we go to the scorecards. Here are your score totals. The first judge scores the bout 29-27 for Hasser. The second judge has the bout 29-27 for Macrea. And the third and final judge has the contest 29-27 for your winner by split decision, Jerry Hasser.